Is there?
Okay.
Yes, fellas. Welcome to Bala Sport. How you guys doing?
What's going
Lino,
on?
Pretty
Solo,
pretty good.
what's going
Pretty
on?
good. Pretty good. Listen, our teams didn't play today, so we feel good.
Yep, there's no questionable calls today in the NFL. Kansas City haven't played this week. Woo! And then,
Already starting. Okay, cool.
believe it or
And
not, bro, man, I got another surprise guest for us to join us tonight. You know, none other than Eddie. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Yeah,
Guys.
what's going on?
I
How
told
y'all
you
doing?
guys, man, we got to get the football crew here, man. Got the
look,
Eagle
l-
fan, two NFC,
look,
two
look
AFC.
who's here, Mr. 49ers himself.
I like that quote.
What up,
Yeah,
fellas?
What's
Going
good,
on?
bro?
feeling great, man. I was freezing for a couple hours refereeing today, but other than that, man, got home. Little stressed with the Philadelphia Eagles, and just when I thought that Philadelphia Eagles is such a terrible team, and then the other team in the same division ended up showing up today against the Detroit Lions. You know where I'm gonna go with this? That's the first one I'm gonna start with. There's no way that I'm a, you know,
I think that was
solo.
kind of built to happen, bro.
He was.
Yeah, the reason why I say that is because they didn't make any improvements from last year. They had the same linebackers, small defensive line. They couldn't stop the run. Well, guess what's going to happen the next year? You still not going to be able to stop the run.
Who are the Cowboys?
Yeah,
He went straight to the punching bag, y'all. Like, pop. Although it's all fact, man. This is how you start with excitement. I'm
Yo,
excited.
but this is what I think, though. Listen, Detroit is good, but the Cowboys just made Detroit look like the 2000, I don't know, New England Patriots. Come on, 47-9. Come
okay.
on.
So look at this. All the Cowboys blowout losses, right, last year.
Yeah,
Bills, Packers,
yeah, right.
us.
Uh-huh.
What all those teams do well?
Run the
Run the
ball.
ball.
Baltimore this year.
Run the ball.
They have hybrid players at linebacker. The only real linebacker they have is Kendricks, and he's not. He's on the tail end of his career. No Micah. So what production you gonna get out of that defense?
Yeah, but the offense didn't do much either.
You can't. If you can't run the ball either.
You know, man, I just love the fact that these guys are here saying it so calm and trying to point out the positive out. You know, it's the Cowboys we're talking about, bro. Man, we gotta be excited. We gotta be. This is like a W for me, W for everybody here, because I know most of us here hate the
No,
Cowboys. I know I hate the Cowboys.
it is W for you,
Yo,
especially.
but the Detroit Lions, man, 47, Cowboys 9. Let me repeat that again. 47-9 at home. Jeff Gall got out.
What it was?
This is funny. 18 out of 25, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dak, of course, 17 out of 33, 78 yards, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns.
Oh man.
Yo, Ed, because you already started, talk to me about this game. You already give me so much details, but I ain't see you making fun of them yet. You just pointing out.
I'm not gonna make fun of them. Listen,
That-
if you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you're not gonna win. Plain and simple.
I mean,
That's on any level. That's just not the pros. That's in college. That's high school. You can't stop the run. You can't run the ball. You're not winning.
but you know what? I didn't watch this whole game. I watched a few highlights, but I'm just looking at the stats. So you're right. They didn't run the ball, but they didn't throw the ball either. So I'm wondering what was going on all game because Dak only had 78 yards, and when I'm looking at the rushing yards, they had 25 and 17. That's it. So what? Like everything wasn't working.
Yeah, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, right? You
Yeah, but
make a team one dimensional, right? Any good defensive team, they make a team one dimensional.
I mean,
Basically telling your pass rushers, go get them, right? So Detroit has a good front seven. The fact that you can't run the ball, you're not keeping them off their toes. They don't have to play anything else. They're sitting on the pass all game. So, yeah, you're only going to throw for 170. I don't care how good you are. You got to
and
be able to do something to keep a defense honest.
this was a home game too.
That don't matter.
This is too funny, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. This is too
But
funny.
you guys notice a lot of blowout games that the Cowboys have lost, even in the playoffs last season. Just like they lose that at home. And I know Dallas is not a home field advantage for the Cowboys, because a lot of teams, every time they play Dallas, they travel so well. So they don't get a home field advantage. But still, you're playing at home, man. I mean, Dak Prescott, he just got paid all that money. You think he'll show up?
It's not about that though, man. Okay,
Yeah,
put it like this. Out of these 4 teams in here that people like Dallas, Buffalo, Philly, Chiefs, my Niners, you have to make a commitment to run the ball to be able to just have time. If you cannot run the ball, you cannot control the line of scrimmage on offense or defense, chances are you're not going to win. I don't care if you're at home or not. That's a good team is going to exploit that.
Lino, talk to me, bro. Because I haven't heard you say anything yet. Give me your take on this game with the Cowboys, man.
I think it's hilarious. Listen, if you guys aren't going to make fun of anybody, I am.
Right, right.
Let's just go to the first half box scores of their past 3 home games. They've been outscored 83-28. Just for reference, I threw my team in there. Chiefs gave up 85 points all year. This team's given up 83 points just for 3 home games. You don't start fast, like Eddie said. Nobody is afraid of Zeke. Nobody is afraid of the running game. So why not set up for the pass? You want to run all game? You're not going to do that because you have all these. You just paid your shiny toys $60 million a year. You think you're going to buy something and not use it? Oh no, we're going to use it. But guess what? That's all you got because we know Zeke's best days are far behind him. So go ahead. We already know we're going to let CD do what he can do, but who else is going to step up? And when CD is just have nine catches for 130 yards. What's everybody else going to do? Nothing, because that's all they have. They have no running game. They have a wide receiver, and they have a couple of receivers that might make a catch or two a game. That's all they got. Their defense their defense is built to play with the lead. When they don't have the lead, this is what they look like. And we've seen this time in and time out. And I've seen a couple Cowboys fans talking on the internet today, and they were saying, well, we played good last week, but this week, we didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael. You didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence last week and you won. So don't make that excuse. You didn't have Parsons last week and you won. Don't make that excuse. This is what happens when you don't have the lead, is that you fall behind and you can't front run. You can't pin your ears back like you do and have those edge rushers come and attack your quarterback. You just can't do that. And this is typical Cowboy stuff. Like Eddie said, you didn't make any type of acquisitions in the offseason to improve any type of level of offense or defense. So this is what you get. You get a piss poor effort, and we're all sitting here laughing.
To be honest, if they wanted to impress somebody, I think they should have moved Micah back to middle, had Kendricks playing off ball, go get you real defensive ends, real defensive tackles. You can't play hybrids if you want to play big boy football. You need real guys on defense. That hasn't been a formula for too many teams. You might be able to convert one player, but if all your linebackers are undersized, all your defensive line is undersized, good teams like Detroit are going to run the ball on you.
And you know what's crazy? They did an opportunity to go get Derrick Henry.
You're right,
and they did not.
You couldn't afford him. But if you would have took a little bit off of CD's contract, a little bit of Dak's contract, you would have.
It sounded easy to say though. Take a little bit off there, take a little bit of that.
Well,
but
the reason why I said that, because they waited till the end of the offseason to contact Derrick Henry. You do that in the beginning of the offseason while you're not talking to Dak, while you're not talking to CD. You had a chance to get Derrick, and you didn't do that. Baltimore was like, well, we'll take him.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, like, okay, right? I understand you guys just said the football part of it, right? But let's just. This is the Cowboys we're talking about, bro. As an Eagle fan, we know a bunch of Cowboy fans around us. We always, this is about our sports where we talk sports and bust balls. By the way, I made phone calls to some Cowboy fans at the end of the game. Three
Ooh,
pick up my phone. No,
dirty.
one pick up my phone.
That's so dirty.
It's only right. It's
Yo,
all right.
bro.
And they-
Because you know what? Because they know you.
Yes. So when I called him, I was like, he picked up the phone. He said, "Yes, Musa, y'all know who it is." He's supposed to be on, but he wasn't gonna get on. He said, "Hell no, I'm about to listen to all you guys talking about my Cowboys like that. I already had enough today. I gotta go." So he just hung up, right? But just the 2-minute conversation that we had tell me everything that I need to know. This guy,
But you know what? At the same time, I know you guys like making fun of the Cowboys. You gotta give credit to the Detroit Lions. They're for
Right.
real. They're for real.
yep,
Yeah, I mean they're not that for real. Cowboys made them look like world beaters, but this is what they can do. But they were just toying with this team. I mean they were trying to give their linemen receiving touchdowns. They were giving hook and laterals to their right guard. Like they were just pulling out all the stops today because they had a lot of time on their hands.
Flea flickers,
It was hilarious.
flickers.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, go ahead.
see, how much did Seattle put up on Detroit?
Can't remember.
That was a couple weeks ago, right?
It was a couple of weeks ago. It was
I know.
Seattle couldn't stop them from scoring, but Seattle put up points. So
Right.
that tells you if Seattle can put up points against Detroit.
No. Seattle only put up 29 points.
You say, oh,
That's a lot. That's
That's
20 more
29.
points than what.
That's still a lot,
that's a
Yeah,
lot of
but
points.
the Lions scored 42 points.
right? But what I'm saying is, Seattle's defense couldn't stop Detroit. That's really what it came down to.
Right.
But Detroit really didn't stop Seattle. If they put up 29 points, would you agree that it could be given and taken? Seattle probably has a little bit more firepower than Dallas,
Right.
position by position, just a little bit. But they can run the ball.
But
But then you have Tampa Bay going into Detroit week 2 and beat them 20-16, and that's a low scoring game. I'm
Yeah,
just
right,
saying,
right.
any given Sunday, not saying the Bucks are they're not a bad team by any means,
Right.
but they're built to beat somebody like Detroit. They have defensive playmakers. They have offensive playmakers, more than just one. They have a Mike Evans, they have a Chris Godwin. They have a two-headed monster at running back. They have a more competent quarterback than what 60 million is getting down there at Big D. So
This is embarrassing, man. I love it, man. I love it. 47-9. Dude, you got the offense with CeeDee Lamb with no touchdown. And the
Well,
pick the doc throw is like, okay, well, maybe next time you actually close the roof so the sun will get in your face. But this is just too funny for me, bro. I enjoy every bit of this game as an Eagle fan. Bro, Eagle just played like trash earlier, which was an ugly win, But to see the Cowboys go down like this, man,